that issue you're talking about, which is number 6, where the president cannot initiate constitutional changes through popular initiative, hence BBI bill is unconstitutional. Are you saying then that, based on your interpretation, that this document can be brought back as is without the president being the one pushing it, except removing the part for the IBC?
In fact, it's very easy. Let me say this, Trevor, that indeed the finding of the court on the basic structure sanctifies this process ex parte the president. Simply remove the president from the equation, get other individuals to properly bring the bill for consideration, and then follow the steps. The steps are, as long as you then have those signatures, and then, of course, the court then found very beautifully that there was public participation. That means that the bill as presented and as processed was in conformity with the Constitution, save for the second schedule. The second schedule, and incidentally, when I was here yesterday, I told you, and I remember, and don't say that I'm a magician, that the basic structure would be unsettled. I also told you that the quorum issue of the IBC would be confirmed, and it was indeed confirmed in line with the Biwott case, which I told you again, that I argued at the High Court and won. So, I mean, it's interesting. When I read the judgment, I just said, oh, this is good, because in part, I had predicted 3 things. I also said that it would be difficult to unsettle the role of IBC under Article 89(2), 345 on how to delineate boundaries. Indeed, that is what the court applied. The court said that you must follow that step, and therefore, the process was seeking to amend the Constitution without due process. It was therefore unconstitutional. That's the second step. Then it was also not subjected to public participation. You remember those 70 constituencies were just brought up. They were brought up without a process. And I think that is what unsettled the entire, that is what made the court arrive at that finding. But this bill can be brought back.
As is, except
yes,
for the
as is. They will leave out the parts that would require a constitutional intervention. Article 89, leave the part on those the boundaries and leave it, then that can follow the process. Consider all the other parts, bring back the bill. Because IBC, in fact, now it is properly, even more properly constituted, but the court found that under Article 250, Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution, the IBC can operate as long as they have 3 commissioners. The advantage of that is that this cushions the commission from all acts that it did when there were only 3 commissioners. Remember, Chebukati has been a commissioner, was a commissioner with only 2 other commissioners, Professor Gulie and the 3rd commissioner, for almost a year or more before we had the other commissioners appointed. So I think this judgment, as I said, this judgment is, in my view, is a breath of fresh air in constitutional jurisprudence. Remember, the Hitleric influence on the basic structure. You remember this was, as I said, 1949 that it refers to. Hitler used the Constitution to sanitize his acts. And that is why Germany had a basis to cushion and to protect their Constitution through the basic structure doctrine that then brought the concept of unamendability. And I think that does not apply to this country. And the court has really done a good job for this country. But this country can then move forward on a clean slate. We do not need to be told by any person that we cannot amend our Constitution. We can define our destiny, because constitutions are about the morals and the ethos of a community. They're about reflections of what we need, and that will change. They are not immutable. And I'm happy with this. The Supreme Court did a good job for this country.